what the title is stating, I'm making Pizza Hut. I am currently making um, Pizza Hut breadsticks. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm using dry milk powder. As you guys come in, welcome. I'm gonna do maybe how much water is it? As you guys come in, like, share, subscribe. How much water? One and one third. As you guys come in, like, share, subscribe. I'm doing um, Pizza Hut breadsticks. I'm putting in 1 1/3 cup of warm water. And I'm using active dry yeast. This is nothing but warm water. 1 1/3. And then I put in 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast. This is all that is active dry yeast. And I'm putting in some sugar. I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I had put in, this is powdered milk. So I don't need that anymore. If you guys are new, like, share, subscribe. I am the man. Welcome. If you're new, um, like, share, subscribe. If you like cooking, baking content, if you like cooking and baking content, you can subscribe as well. Like, share, subscribe. So all I'm doing now is waiting for all I'm doing now is waiting for Zanlis. Welcome in. Feel free to subscribe. I am not making pancakes tonight. I'm currently making Pizza Hut breadsticks from scratch. I did 1 1/3 cups of warm water. Um, I did I did 2 1/4 cups of active dry yeast. If that's what you feel like saying, no, well, yes, I am because I'm making this from scratch, and this is my first time, making it from scratch. So yes, I am following a recipe to answer your question. But thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe while you're watching. Um, I am following a recipe. Yes, that's true. And I did 1/4 cups of dry milk powder. So right now I'm just waiting for it to activate and all that stuff. Well, once I make this a few times, I won't have to follow a recipe, but because I could already know what it is. But for my first time doing it, I am following a recipe. And that's what you're supposed to do is follow a recipe, right? To not mess it up. So how else are you supposed to learn and what the ingredients are if you're not following the recipe? That's common sense. That's what you're supposed to do is follow a recipe. I mean, unless you already know how to do it from scratch, then you don't need the recipe. The recipe is already in your head. But you're still following a recipe. You're still following the recipe. So, but yes, to answer your question, yes, I'm following a recipe. What's the problem? I am. You have to follow a recipe. You can't just make stuff up because it's not gonna come out right. But like I was saying, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And if you like baking and cooking content, feel free to subscribe. I do somewhat easy stuff during the week, but mostly I just do cooking and baking content. That's it. So if you like cooking, baking content, then stick around, um, and stuff like that. So, but like I said before, I am currently doing um, Pizza Hut breadsticks. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I am following a recipe, yes. So once their your thing looks like this, we're going to add some salt. But I don't want it too salty. If you're new, like, share, subscribe. All I put in here after I did the dough, or the after I had proofed the yeast, I added some salt and extra virgin olive oil. This right here, Pompeian. So, to recap, all I did was proof the yeast. I used active dry yeast, and I did 1 1/3 cups of water, warm water. I did 2 1/4 tablespoons of the dry active yeast, and I added sugar to just proof the yeast. That's all I did. And then once it was proofed, I added some salt and extra virgin olive oil. That's all I did right here in this bowl. If you're new, like, share, subscribe. So again, what's in this bowl? I proofed the dry yeast. I use 1 1/3 cup cup of warm water. Then I did 2 1/4 tablespoons of dry active yeast, and then I put some sugar in there to to help proof the yeast. And once that proofing started, I added some salt to this and some extra virgin olive oil, and that's all I did in this bowl. And this bowl right here is 4 cups of bread flour, and the bread flour that I used was King Arthur. Um, the last one I used was Gold Medal. I don't think I like that brand anymore because it doesn't work, or it didn't work. So this one right here is bread flour right here. This is 4 cups. So I'm waiting for this to proof a little bit more before I add it. As you guys coming in, like, share, subscribe. So how is y'all's Monday going? Let me know how you guys' Monday is going. Today actually went by pretty fast. Um, I ended up, making a few phone calls and stuff to these companies so that way I could get some coupons. Um, but yeah, I'm still waiting for this to proof up a little bit more before I add the one. Cause once I add the flour, then then that's it. Once I add the bread flour, um, then that's it, and it goes really fast. If you're new, like, share, subscribe. I am currently making Pizza Hut breadsticks. So hey, Simply Stacy, thank you for coming in. Did you finish cleaning, or did you finish doing your laundry? How is the picture? Is the picture good? Is the picture okay? The live okay, or do I need to move it up or down? I'm waiting for this dough. I mean this yeast to finish proofing, so that way I can add the dough. I mean add the flour. This right here is bread flour. This is 4 cups of bread flour, organic bread flour. I tried using the gold medal bread flour, but it didn't work out too well. So yeah, that didn't work out. So my go-to for bread flour is King Arthur. I never had an issue with King Arthur. I usually do gold medal when I'm trying to be cheap, but usually King Arthur works for me. Works well. Again, in this bowl is 1 1/3 um, cup of warm water, and I use 2 1/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast. I didn't use instant dry yeast. I use active dry yeast, and then I use 1/4 cup of dry milk. I use the Nestle dry milk. I think it was Nestle. In the blue can. So in here is 1 1/3 cups of warm water. Um, 1 1/4 cups of warm water. 2 1/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And I put some salt. No, I put some sugar in there, and then that's just to help proof the yeast, because it doesn't work if you don't have sugar in there. Um, and then I did salt and extra virgin olive oil. I'll show you what olive oil I use. I use this uh, olive oil right here. I use this one. Can you see in here? Or do I need to bring it down a little bit more? So once it looks like this, Once it looks like that, then you can once it looks like this, then you can add your flour, add your bread flour. Once it looks like that. This one is black sooner. And all I'm doing is putting oil in this bowl, extra virgin olive oil. If you're in here, Stacy, did you get your tripod out your car, out your husband's car? Welcome in. I'm sorry about that. Um, I am making Pizza Hut breadsticks. I am currently making Pizza Hut. I am currently making Pizza Hut breadsticks. If you're new, welcome in. Hey Sharon, welcome in. If you like cooking, baking content, if you like cooking and baking content, all I'm doing right now is kneading the dough. What I did was I used 1 1/3 cups of warm water, and I did 2 1/4 of active dry yeast, and then I've added some sugar to the yeast to proof it. And then once that was proofed, I used 1/4 cup of dry milk powder, and then I did salt and extra virgin olive oil. The extra virgin olive oil I used was this one right here. This is the one that I used. Okay, thank you. Because sometimes when you get Pizza Hut, when you get breadsticks from Pizza Hut, um, when you get breadsticks from Pizza Hut, they don't be enough. It doesn't be enough Parmesan cheese, or they be stingy with the cheese. So this is where I'm making the dough for I'm only going to need it for a little bit longer, and I'm not going to, because I don't want to overwork the dough. I'm only going to do it for one more minute. Again, one more time. I'm going to let you know what the ingredients I use one more time. And then after that, you're just going to have to catch the replay. I use 1 1/3 cups of warm water. I use 2 1/4 tablespoon of active dry yeast, and then I use 1/4 cup of dry milk powder. And then for the dry milk powder, I use the Nestle brand in the blue container. And then I let that proof. I put all that in the water along with some sugar. To help proof it. I put the dry milk powder in with the active dry yeast and with the warm water and with the sugar. That's where I had put the dry milk powder in. And after that, I use salt, and I use extra virgin olive oil, and then I use 4 cups of bread flour. I use the organic King Arthur bread flour. I used to use the gold medal one, but the gold medal didn't work so well, so I went back to the King Arthur, and this is what it comes out like. So I'm only kneading it a few more times. I don't want to like overwork the dough. And this is good for like when you want to do like this is good for when you want to do like your own breadsticks and stuff. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to overwork this dough. The dough is a little bit rough, but that's okay. As you guys are coming in, like, share, subscribe. So I'm about to be done in a minute. So this is what it looks like now for the dough for the breadsticks. And then if y'all want the recipe, you gotta catch the replay, because I'm about to end this live. Again, I'm gonna show you one more time what it looks like. It looks like this. I just put it in a bowl with some olive oil, and it looks like that. If you want the recipe for this Pizza Hut breadsticks, you just gotta catch the replay. Just scroll all the way back to the beginning, and it looks like this. It should be looking like this once it's done, just like this.